Strange then, when I could have thought this day about politics, or what kind of soup I will make for dinner tonight, that I had resolved instead to think of the angle of interface towards the reality layer in the fabric of existence. Reality, or physical reality, apparently is a thing that exists, and whatever complexities therein, it must enfold in a pitch, the edge of the thing, a direction, and I suspect that the cumulative direction of reality, that is our day-to-day things, rises in part from the collective minds of the humans. Reality must go or vibrationally express in a direction because it has a repository, a place that can hold the conscious thoughts of humans, a quantum repository, for lack of words. And each day as people wake up, and go to work, their minds pile their assumption of reality, still yet in flux, or malleable flux, into this repository, and steer reality forward. Now this expressive layer is vulnerable or dependent on ownership, or claims of ownership, which is to say, the implicit insistence of the minds of many of owning reality. Our brains insist upon it, and those who own will feast. The angle of interface we should have, is one of being over this reality, rather than under it. If our brains insist that we are under the whims of reality, and world systems, and the rich, then this insistent assumption, which is an insistence point in spacetime, pours its particles into the quantum repository, and makes it so. It is the angle of approach. I am going to watch a video of some castle, or some noble house, something aristocratic, today. I get a sense, or can impose in myself a sense, from this type of video, of being above, of having ownership. We relate to reality on an angle. The other reason for watching this kind of video, is to make peace with the world, which is to say I am not, in my injured state, going to fight the whole world, because such a fighting, is a position in the dimensions, and we cannot fight things wherein is perhaps our treasures. Even Jesus said, make friends for yourself with the worldly wealth, so that when you fall into a ditch, you will still be welcomed into the quantum repositories. Well, I changed the words a little for the sake of the point. In the meantime, for us in the light of truth, let us talk to our soul, so that we are not just biological entities. The soul is found in the feeling of exquisite self, in stillness, outside of the darting and dashing of the mind of the biological brain, and this soul is very powerful and very elastic, and is tossed and turned by the spikes of the brain, and is vulnerable to permissions. So we talk to the soul, and the best way to talk to the soul is in the exquisite self, in self-awareness to talk to itself. I talk to I, like a mirror to a mirror. And David said, O my soul, remember,